Hey there everyone, Rick Ucchino here again for SK Wrestling, and we are officially on the road to Elimination Chamber, and oh boy do we have some things to talk about from Monday Night Raw. A big match has already been booked. Asuka has a new number one contender, that's always a good thing, and Nia Jax ended the night really butthurt. Let's not waste any time this week, let's get right into what Monday Night Raw got right this week, and well, quite frankly, when they zigged, and they really should have zagged. So, Shane McMahon returned for some reason. He opened up the show with Adam Pearce, and briefly I thought he was there for a much-needed time to shake things up a bit. But instead, he announced that Drew McIntyre will defend his WWE Championship inside the Elimination Chamber later on this month on the 21st. Cool, as he should. So now I start thinking we gotta get some qualifying matches here, maybe a beat the clock challenge, something for some dudes to earn their way in. Nope. Why would we do that? Shane just flat out announces the competitors, well, at least Adam Pearce announced the competitors, and the only qualification apparently is that you be a former WWE champion.
What?
Okay, so who we got? AJ Styles? Cool. Randy Orton? Okay. What about The Fiend? Pushing that back to Mania, are we? Okay, cool. Sheamus? Thought he was getting a one-on-one match, but okay. Miz and Jeff Hardy. Okay, I don't even know where to begin with these two. Jeff Hardy hasn't beaten anyone other than Elias or Jackson Riker in a one-on-one match since August, yet he has now been given a WWE title opportunity at Elimination Chamber. Why? Because he was WWE champion back in 2008. Makes perfect sense. The Miz, meanwhile, hasn't won a one-on-one match, period, since he beat Otis for the Money in the Bank briefcase, and he needed help to do that. Yet, he gets a WWE title shot. Why? Because he was WWE champion back in 2010. Makes perfect sense. Look, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with these guys or the careers that they have, but honestly, what have you done for me lately? That's what should matter when it comes to who's getting a WWE title opportunity. How about putting somebody in there who we haven't seen before? Or if you want to keep up with the WWE champion theme, how about somebody who's won the belt in the last 10 years? Or the last 5? Or the last 3, like Kofi Kingston? Remember when his run for the WWE title started because he replaced Mustafa Ali in the Elimination Chamber match, and then he went on to win the WWE title at WrestleMania? Wouldn't it make all the sense in the world to have Ali injure Kofi this year, continue that rivalry, take his spot inside Elimination Chamber? I mean, God forbid we give anybody new a shot at earning the WWE Championship. At least Sheamus was good and pissed about all this, as he should be, because his one-on-one opportunity for the WWE Championship turned into a six-man match inside the Elimination Chamber. Now, he cut a great promo on Adam Pearce, even questioned whether he thought Sheamus was marketable or was a draw, and then he said when, not if, but when he destroys everyone inside the Elimination Chamber, it was going to be Adam Pearce's fault for making that match, even though it was Sheamus who did it, but whatevs. Great promo here from Sheamus. His anger was really the only thing that made sense out of the entire situation. So we found out a few things after the latest installment of the Lacey Evans, Charlotte Flair, Ric Flair saga. Rick is officially Lacey's manager, and that's it. Thank God. And I have no problem with this, by the way. Secondly, Lacey now has an opportunity at the Raw Women's Championship after beating Charlotte via disqualification when the Queen got ticked off during their match and struck the referee. So, cool. WWE continues to remember they have a Raw Women's Championship that needs to be defended every once in a while. We're on to challenger number 2 in the last few weeks. Good things. And I'm honestly okay with Lacey getting an opportunity to prove herself. But she should not go over. Not one bit of that would make sense, even with Ric Flair as her manager. Personally, to me, she just doesn't seem ready yet. And I know that's easy for me to say, sitting here in the chair, the Captain Kirk swivel chair here with my fancy JC Penney blazer. I know it's easy for me to say that. But if you just look at her match with Charlotte, there were multiple times where she just looked lost. And maybe it's a chemistry thing. You know, sometimes you just don't mesh well with people, and that certainly seems to be the case here with Charlotte and Lacey. Regardless, though, it will be Lacey and Asuka at Elimination Chamber, and I'm fine with that. I'm cool with it, mostly because Asuka should be defending her championship on pay-per-views. This will be her first title defense on a pay-per-view since Clash of Champions. That is inexcusable. Edge says he is waiting until after Elimination Chamber to make his decision on who he'll face at WrestleMania. Fine by me. Smart. Makes total sense. Plus, if this means we get a few more weeks of Edge schooling random superstars, then I'm really good with it. When he told The Miz that he wasn't just content with being awesome because he did it 20 years ago, I mean, damn, Edge is so good. He was right when he said that he thinks and operates on a different level than The Miz, but that's not a knock on The Miz. That's true of a lot of superstars in WWE today. Edge is truly one of the best of all time, and I'm glad that the younger fans are getting a chance to see him work. And so far, he's putting on a clinic. Moving on, holy guys, Keith Lee and Matt Riddle, an absolute banger of a match on Monday. Say what you want about Riddle, and I'm on Twitter a lot, I know most of you do. Also, please, while you're there, give your boy a follow, at Rick Ucchino, spelled like you see in the description there, okay? Cool, much appreciated. Say what you want about Riddle, but the guy can flat out go. Now, he does take the L here. Lee beats him clean with the Spirit Bomb. And then Bobby Lashley, oh my God, shows up and gives a monstrous spine buster to all 340 pounds that is Keith Lee. Lashley decimates Lee and Riddle and then walks out with those veins popping and that U.S. title belt held high. When this Bobby Lashley goes full Hulk like that, it is just an absolute joy to watch. Just think, it was a year ago that we were literally watching him show off his ass and he was doing romance angles with Lana. Thank God the past is the past, and let's look toward the future. I want Keith Lee versus Lashley for the United States title, and boy do I want it badly. Speaking of backsides, Lana won a match because Nia Jax hurt her butt. Seriously, and it was awesome. Girl tried for a leg drop on the apron, and when she missed, frankly, she hit hard and started screaming about the dark side of the moon, if you know what I'm saying. Anywho, Lana pushes through a table at that point, gets the big win, and I actually really love this. They are finishing off the story that they seemingly abandoned just before TLC, and maybe, just maybe, this time around, Lana will finally get some gold. Except this time it'll be alongside Naomi instead of Asuka. Speaking of Naomi, she beat Shayna Baszler, but only because, once again, Shayna did something dumb. She spent too much time focused on Lana on the outside, ended up falling victim to an inside cradle and the 1-2-3. They do this way too much with Shayna Baszler. It's like this is how they've decided to write off her dominant run last year and work around it, is just to make her do dumb things and then lose. Speaking of dumb things, Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre wrestled. Again, boy, WWE just loves driving things right into the ground. Honestly, I hope this is the last time that these two guys meet in the ring for quite a... Whoa, right. Elimination Chamber. Voy a la playa, había subido la marea. Well, at least the match was good, except, of course, there wasn't a clean finish. Sheamus got involved, missed a brogue kick on Drew, ended up hitting Randy instead. Drew hits Sheamus with a Claymore, and the crowd, if there was one, went home happy as McIntyre stood tall. No Fiend or Alexa Bliss this week. I know some people are probably happy about that. I'm not, to each their own. But the longer that Bray Wyatt has gone off of my TV screen, the more I want to go full Randy Orton and just light things on fire. Am I joking, WWE? Keep testing me. Find out. No, I'm kidding. Of course I'm joking. I'm not a psychopath. I don't have voices in my head. That's our video this time around. Make sure to give us the old thumbs up there. Also, make sure to subscribe to the SK Wrestling YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter as well. Don't forget, follow me as well at Rick Ucchino, and get first-hand access to more content like this, plus exclusive interviews and so much more.